Welcome to World News. This is Shekina. Let's get into the details. Russian President Vladimir Putin joined the congregation for an Orthodox Christmas service in Moscow on Monday evening. Putin attended Church of St. George the Victorious on Polonkonia Hill alongside veterans of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine and their families. The Russian Orthodox Church leader Patriarch Kirill led a separate service at the capital Christ the Savior Cathedral and also spoke about the ongoing operation.
Эти вот нательные крестики и иконки, которые планирую потом передать в подарок всем нашим командующим, которые выполняют особо важные задачи в зоне специальной военной операции по защите Отечества. Думаю, что им будет особенно приятно получить эти символы веры, тем более освященные вами, да еще и в рождественские дни. Эти вот нательные крестики и иконки, которые планирую потом передать в подарок всем нашим командующим, которые выполняют особо важные задачи в зоне специальной военной операции по защите Отечества. Думаю, что им будет особенно приятно получить эти символы веры, тем более освященные вами, да еще и в рождественские дни.
Будем просить Господа, чтобы и на поле брани прекратилась междоусобица, та страшная, которая терзает народы, принадлежащие к единой Святой Руси, к исторической Руси. Будем молиться, чтобы наступил мир и одновременно справедливость, потому что мир без справедливости непрочен и даже иногда опасен.
Эти вот нательные крестики и иконки, которые планирую потом передать в подарок всем нашим командующим, которые выполняют особо важные задачи в зоне специальной военной операции по защите Отечества. Думаю, что им будет.
In a Mar-a-Lago news conference, President-elect Donald Trump said he would not rule out the use of military force to seize control of the Panama Canal and Greenland, as he declared U.S. control of both to be vital to American national security.
Go ahead, please.
Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us what is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you. You're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this: we need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military. I'm not going to commit to that now. It might be that you'll have to do something. Look, the Panama Canal is vital to our country. It's being operated by China. China. And we gave the Panama Canal to Panama. We didn't give it to China. And they've abused it. They've abused that gift. It should have never been made, by the way.
Mr. President, back on Greenland. Your position is clear, but have you directed your staff to take a specific action to draw plans? And can you elaborate again? You didn't rule out military coercion.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. You look at, you don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. We're not letting it happen. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
Have you asked your staff to draw plans for acquisition? I mean, are you active?
No, we're not at that stage, but we have people. I haven't even entered office yet. Go ahead, please.
Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us what is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you. You're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this: we need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built.
The eldest son of Donald Trump on Tuesday visited Greenland, the mineral-rich Danish territory that's home to a large U.S. military base. This president-elect told reporters later in the day that he wouldn't rule out using military force to take control of Greenland. That comment and the visit had in this speculation that the incoming U.S. administration could seek to acquire the strategic territory in the Arctic.
Could we get an interview?
Very nice to meet you. How are you? Pleasure. Just really excited to be here. Awesome country. The scenery coming in was just spectacular. Just very excited to be here.
Do you have a message from your father?
He says hello.
Okay, to whom?
We were talking to him yesterday, so he says hello to everyone in Greenland.
Okay, are you still interested in buying Greenland or?
No, we're not meeting any politicians here, so that's not on the schedule. We're just here as tourists, looking at it.
So could you tell a little about the American interest in Greenland? There's been
well, no, that's not for me to talk about. That's for others to talk about. But
Thank you guys.
We're just excited to be here. Thank you guys.
Could we get an interview?
Very nice to meet you. How are you? Pleasure. Just really excited to be here. Awesome country. The scenery coming in was just spectacular. Just very excited to be here.
Do you have a message from your father?
He says hello.
Okay, to whom?
We were talking to him yesterday, so he says hello to everyone in Greenland.
Okay, are you still interested in buying Greenland or?
No, we're not meeting any politicians here, so that's not on the schedule. We're just here as tourists, looking at it.
So could you tell a little about the American interest in Greenland? There's been
well, no, that's not for me to talk about. That's for others to talk about. But
Thank you guys.
We're just excited to be here. Thank you guys.
President-elect Donald Trump was denied Tuesday in his second attempt to delay this week's sentencing in his hush money case. A New York appeals court judge swiftly rejected Trump's request for an order that would put off sentencing while he appeals a decision last week upholding the verdict. It remains on schedule for Friday, though he can still ask for other courts to intervene.
Any comments, sir?
Can you tell us a bit why you're here today?
When has the judge said he'll rule?
No comment, sir?
Any comments, sir?
Can you tell us a bit why you're here today?
What happens next, sir?
North Korean state broadcaster KRT on Tuesday showed video of the country's latest missile test a day after neighbor South Korea had detected it. The North Korea state-run Korean Central News Agency KCNA said the missile was fired from a suburb of the capital city, Pyongyang, and reached a peak altitude of 99.8 kilometers, that is 62 miles. It was a new type intermediate range hypersonic ballistic missile, KCNA said. Women dressed as angels, hands clasped in prayer, passed through New Orleans Monday evening to celebrate the first parade of carnival season, just blocks from where 14 people were killed 5 days ago by a rampaging driver. Hundreds filled the streets for the annual Joan of Arc parade through New Orleans' historic French Quarter. Jean-Marie Le Pen, the founder of France's far-right National Front, who was known for fiery rhetoric against immigration and multiculturalism that earned both the staunch supporters and widespread condemnation, died Tuesday. He was 96. Jean-Marie Le Pen, founder of France's far-right National Front, has passed away at 96. Known for his divisive rhetoric and shocking political moves, Le Pen reshaped French politics, polarizing the nation from his military controversies to his extremist comments on the Holocaust. His career was a mix of influence and infamy.
Possède 3 points d'avance sur vous. Quels sont ceux... Possède 3 points d'avance sur vous. Quels sont ceux...
Flood warnings remain in place across the UK with a month's worth of rain predicted to fall in 24 hours. Forecasters are warning of lightning, flooding, difficult driving conditions and delays on public transport. Bedfordshire has been hit hard, with parts of the country submerged underwater. Leicestershire and the neighbouring Lincolnshire in the English Midlands declared major incidents as they responded to hundreds of calls for help as waterways spilled over their banks and turned roads into rivers, burying cars up to their roofs. As residents fled, firefighters scrambled to quell flames churning along Los Angeles hillsides as winds gained strength Tuesday across Southern California, where forecasters said life-threatening, destructive gusts could last for days. investment in US technology, but his remarks quickly became a rally-style rant as he returned at length to familiar campaign themes. Since we won the election, the whole procession and perception of the whole world is different. People from other countries have called me. They said, thank you, Trump said, as he set out his agenda for the coming 4 years. The billionaire announced that he was going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America and threaten the US southern neighbor again with massive tariffs if it does not halt illegal border crossings.